Good afternoon. I guess it's more evening now. But it's still June 17th. I thought I'd only have time for one video today, but the errands didn't take me as long as I thought. No long lines, no traffic jams, so I got lucky. And I'm spending the time with you guys. So I keep harping on two topics. The food shortage, the coming food shortage, and it's coming, and disease. And that too is spreading. So, guess what? We're going to talk about the latest data on the crop losses regarding corn. I keep talking about this stuff because it has very real direct impact on everyone. Anyone who has to work a job and pay for the food. So, let's check it out. And shout out to Luke Kettler. I believe that's how you say the name. Appreciate the hookup, man. It's a disaster like I've never seen before. 2019 could be the worst year ever for U.S. corn farmers. This comes from Michael Schneider. The Department of Agriculture just slashed its harvest estimates quite dramatically in its June report. Some farmers say in the Midwest believe that those reduced projections are still way too optimistic. So the Department of Agriculture, as bad as their estimates are, well, that's still being optimistic. And that's pretty bad. Millions upon millions of acres will go unplanted this year, and this is only part of the story. Much of the corn that has actually been planted is coming up very slowly due to the exceedingly poor conditions, and corn farmers all over the Midwest are reporting that their plants look terrible. Let's get down here to the numbers here. Okay. It's a disaster like I've never seen before, in quotes. McCoon told Fox Business, "My neighbors didn't get 90% of their corn planted." And, of course, it's all due to nonstop rain. According to the latest Department of Agriculture report, 73% of the cornfields in Illinois have been planted, but in Indiana that figure is sitting at 67%, and in Ohio only 50% of the fields have been planted. 50%. And again, they say that is optimistic. Now, keep in mind that a lot of the reserves were destroyed in this flooding as well, which, compound things a great deal. Okay, that is an unmitigated disaster because the time for planting corn has now passed. Needless to say, the farmers that were not able to plant crops have been absolutely flooding their insurance companies with claims, and that could cause a major financial problem as well. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and jump over to that topic while we're here. Same website, SHTF plan. There's quite a bit of stuff over here. Perhaps you should come over here and check out some of the stuff I don't cover. I've requested other people join me on this channel, along with my BitChute channel. I know I don't have a lot of subs, but you know what? You might be able to change that. Right now I'm sitting at 1,077, I believe it was. Maybe your face is prettier than my ugly face. Maybe you have a better voice. Maybe you're smarter. You can join me, make me look stupid, and maybe get a little dynamic going back and forth. Maybe you could teach me something. I mean, I get a lot of comments from people who say I don't know what I'm talking about. How about one of you guys? Okay, so econ professor, the growing risk of a 2020 recession could be triggered by a shock to markets. Of course, you know my position on this. I say we've never left the recession, and it was all smoke and mirrors. I mean, if they had to bail out the banks and then do several quantitative easings, or QEs, among other things, stock buybacks, you name it, right? If they had to do all that stuff and we're still fucked, we were never out of a recession. And these people, I did read this article, and again, how can they claim that we've ever been out of it? It's more like collapse. That's the next thing. Collapse. Okay, Morgan Stanley. Business conditions are at their worst since the Great Recession. And I did a video last 2 or 3 days about the jobs. As shitty as my job is, I guess I'm lucky to have it. Right? And I guess it's not all that bad. I'm getting muscles out of it, gaining a little weight. So, but according to a gauge of business conditions tracked by Morgan Stanley, it fell 32 points last month, marking its sharpest collapse since the metric was formulated. Morgan Stanley's proprietary business conditions index, or MSBCI, hit its lowest point since 2007 and 8 financial crisis, as if it ever went away. See if there's anything else. A lot of people subscribe to buying precious metals. I don't think it's a bad idea, but what do I know? I don't know anybody that would rather have metal than food, but that's just me. I have some precious metals, quite a bit of silver and a little bit of gold. Not as much as I'd like, but a little bit. And I'll buy it here and there wherever I can, in any form I can. I don't care if it's a necklace, a ring, a coin. If somebody has some gold and they want to be ripped off on it, I'll buy it from them, straight up. So, conditions in the economy have not gotten any better. The corn and other crops, those conditions have not improved either. They continue to get worse and worse and worse. And you should do everything you can now to prepare for the worst. remember, we have homeless people all over the West Coast spreading filth and disease among themselves. And look, I've been homeless before. You don't have to be dirty. There's ways to stay clean, people. Being homeless is not an excuse to be gross. If you're homeless and you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to get a disease and you're going to fucking die. And it's going to be a sucky death. I mean, personally, I would rather be shot, maimed, anything but disease. So, you know, if you're homeless, living in your car, stay clean. Stay clean. Quit using other people's needles if you're a junkie. It's pretty stupid. Pretty fucking dumb. I've been homeless, okay, for pretty decent stretches of time. And I've been homeless during Iowa winters. I managed to stay clean and alive in very, very low temperatures. So we have these people out there spreading disease, and we have weaponized immigrants, illegals, coming from Africa, sponsored by probably George Soros. It's the one of the handful of people it could be, because they can't get the money themselves, you know. I mean, just look at the Congo and tell me with a straight face that these people acquired the money on their own. I will fucking call you a conspiracy theorist. And I'm summarizing here the last few months of news in a very short nutshell. And then we find out that hospitals are having to close wings because of the fungus that is ravaging and spreading like wildfire, called C. auris. We have breakouts of numerous diseases. So anyone who says that, I don't know, that maybe the horsemen of the apocalypse are among us now, probably wouldn't be far from the truth. Probably not. It seems to be going right in that direction, doesn't it? I never said that I didn't believe in the book of Revelations or even the Bible. I just said that it's been heavily edited and it comes from other sources. Those other sources put all that stuff in another way, and it's pretty fucking bad. It is. It's bad. But who knows what's going to happen, right? I don't know. I'm not any fucking psychic or anything like that. I have had dreams that's come true quite a few times, but as far as psychic or knowing what exactly will happen, how am I supposed to know? But that's what it looks like. It looks like shit is going down the toilet fast, and it looks like the horsemen of the apocalypse are here. That's what it looks like. Hope you all have a good evening. Until next time, kill the state, live free.